This is mechanical age. And it's a tugboat, and a railroad, and a triplane. Thanks. This is the War Age. The intro house and extra house is there. There's a PT boat and a Spitfire. Next. And then there's the Ice Age. The Ice Age has waters have frozen, the boat has gone under, and the spaceship has gone up. And the last moments now have to deal with, in a way, cemeteries. And this was a cemetery I did with a friend of mine in 1948. He was a sculptor. This is the first cemetery I got involved with. Now I'm really involved in cemeteries because every time I come to Europe, everybody's doing cemeteries, so I'm going to do cemeteries. Next. This is where it's upside down. I hope the rest I did put it correctly. If not, it's a disaster. Nonetheless, this was a my God. I have to read this. Excuse me. This is called, the next slide, please. The Cemetery for the Ashes of Thought. The Molino Stucchi building's exteriors are painted black. Its interiors are painted white. The long, extended walls of the Cemetery for the Ashes of Thought are black on one side and white on the other side. The top and end surfaces of the long, extended walls are gray. Within the walls are placed 1 foot square holes at eye level. Within each 1 foot square hole is placed a transparent cube containing ashes. Under each hole upon the wall there is a small bronze plaque indicating the title, and only the title of a work, such as Remembrance of Things Past, The Counterfeiters, Paradise Lost, The Inferno, Moby Dick. Upon the interior of the walls of the Molino Stucchi buildings are small plaques with the names of the authors of the works: Proust, Gide, Dante, Milton, Melville. In the lagoon, on a man-made island, is a small house for the sole habitation of one individual for a limited period of time. Only one individual for a set period of time may inhabit the house. No others will be permitted to stay on the island during its occupation. The lone individual looks across the lagoon to the Cemetery of Ashes of Thought, which overlooks Venice, which overlooks Europe. Oh, hold it. Just going to get back. I just want to say, this is an old factory building which was given as the problem, and that is painted black on the outside, white on the inside, with the names of authors, and only the names in the building. This is the actual Cemetery for the Ashes of Thought, because if you can bury bodies, you certainly can bury thought. And then this is the little house in the water. Next one. These are early sketches. Now, just go a little slow. This is a sectional piece of a section. This drawing is about 21 feet long. And that's the Molino Stucchi building, and then part of the cemetery coming into play. Next. Next. I take it seriously. That's the little house you saw previously, and these are, on the island. three stairs, a circular, a U, and a straight, that lead up to the singular room. Next. Isometric section. Another section. That was the first of the trilogy. This is the second, and this is called the 13 Watchtowers of Cana. And these are just sketches that led up to the 13 Towers of Cana, but they were done in 1952. Next. That's just a site in Venice. Now can we get the other slide simultaneously? Just to read something. I was going to cut it short, but now I won't. Next. Just hold those two together, please. You can get them simultaneously. The 13 Towers of Cana consist of the following. 13 towers placed in a row 4 feet apart. Each tower measures 16 foot by 16 foot by 96 foot high. They are constructed of reinforced concrete masonry and a cement stucco finish. The exterior color is basically a Venetian pink, green, gray, and white. The doors, the sliding doors, shutters are made of wood slatting, metal parts are gray, the window awnings are made of green cloth. The structure's interior walls are of cement. 11 of the towers are painted gray inside. One of the towers is painted black inside. One of the towers is painted white inside. The first floor consists of entry door, elevator lift, glass transparent, and a large fireplace, tile-covered heating element. The second floor, 8 by 8 by 8, enclosed element floating free from the interior walls, exterior walls, painted a muted blue, consists of the bathing area. The third floor, 10 by 10 by 5, element floating free from the exterior walls, painted a muted mauve, consisting of the sleeping area. The fourth, 12 by 12 by 4, element floating free from the exterior walls, painted a muted orange, consists of the eating area. The fifth floor, 14 by 14 by 14, the floor painted a muted brown, consists of the living area. This space also encompasses a periscope. The sixth floor, 14 by 14 by 14, is the outdoor terrace overlooking Canareggio and Venice. The terrace is reached by ladder from the fifth floor. The seventh floor consists of the top 4 top edge surfaces of tower capping. One elevation consists of windows with awnings, window with sun protector, balcony, telescope, and venting holes. One elevation consists of load pulley system, a set of sliding doors, and venting holes. One elevation consists of one door, exposed beam ends. One elevation consists of exposed beam ends. The towers are placed upon a rectangular slab 52 feet wide by 365 feet long, surrounded by water. One canal 24 feet wide, one channel 4 foot wide, and 2 channels 2 foot wide. On the other side of the 24 foot wide canal, there is a campo upon which sit 2 elements. Element 1 is a small white house, 216 square feet, suspended on one side of a black wall. A black circular stair fronts a white wall on the other side. Element 2 is a 16-foot by 3-foot long wood table set upon wooden carpenter horses. The table is covered with a white cloth. The city of Venice selects 13 men, one for each tower for a lifelong residency. One man lives in one tower, and only one is permitted to inhabit and enter his tower. A 14th man is selected to inhabit the small house located in the campo. Each of the 13 tower men is pledged not to reveal his interior coloration. The 16-foot by 3-foot table is placed in front of the campo house, and then each day is moved and placed in front of a following tower. When a 28-day cycle is completed, it is again reversed and moved on. Upon the death of one of the tower inhabitants, the man in the campo house takes his place, and another is then selected to inhabit the campo house. There are 2 bridges, one a drawbridge made of wood, the other a bridge made of stone. The campo is large to begin with. 1,978 3-foot by 6-foot stone slabs will be placed in the campo, which underlooks the 13 watchtowers of Cana. With the passing of a year, another stone slab is added. You see the rest of the slide. Keep that one on, yes. Just leave those 2 on. Okay, next. Leave the top part, man. Okay, leave this one on and that one. And this is a sketch of the third element of the trilogy. And I was at supper one night in New York a few years ago. A very mild-mannered Spaniard said, what Europe needs, since the Catholic Church is finished, what Europe needs is a new Orthodox. And I thought about that. And I said, if Europe needs a new Orthodox, I guess I better make a town for the new Orthodox. And this is a sketch for the new town for the new Orthodox. And it consists of the town of 36,000 inhabitants. And the town first is constructed and built before anyone goes in. And there is a town market, a town customs, a town cemetery, a town hospital, town park, town school, and a town hotel. When the town is complete, 36,000 inhabitants are put in. And this is a section of the town cemetery. And as each townsman dies, he's put in that cemetery. It's dropped in. But it's exposed. And when 36,000 deaths occur, the town is abandoned. Abandoned, to give up wholly, to desert, to forsake. Forsake, to leave someone or something completely. guess we could have the line, the lights on, and I'll go down in 1 minute. The title of the talk was called The Minor Confession. Public School, 47, the Bronx, 1936. I confess I was born in the Bronx County, that it had worn trolley cars painted red, yellow, green, and blue, that the Bronx had 6-story apartment houses which were singularly isolated in empty lots, surrounded by weeds and poison ivy, that there were window awnings upon the silent cubes, that the trolley cars ran from Westchester Square to West Farms, that there was a Catholic protectorate where the boys wore long-sleeve shirts with open collars and large black high shoes, brown knee socks which fell down upon open shoelaces. Some wore knickers, that the men of the Bronx wore caps and rolled paper rectangles for their tobacco, that there was a Dr. Black who stitched poorly and a Dr. Lynch who pulled swiftly, that the trolley sped through streets where all the actors of the movie house were dark, that vegetable wagons and laundry carts were pulled by slow horses and 4 wheels, and the I cash clothes man shouted, "I cash clothes," that the bungalow barman was new, lucky sticks were to be had in his cold compartment, that concrete stoops were sat upon, and penny candies were could be had for a penny, that there was a people named Uncle and Aunt, that coffins were in the living room, that pinochle was in the dining room, wind was past, and matches were lit. Hearses were black, and cemeteries were green, the radio brown, the phono white, that Japanese beetles existed, were plucked from roses and dropped into kerosene jars, that British lead soldiers existed and could be had for $1.50 a box of 8, 4 if they came upon horses. School was Mr. Shapiro, who taught in the day and sold Sunday suits at night. When rafts sank, boys drowned among the punk reeds of dead creeks. Thank you.
I'd like to thank John Hejduk on behalf of everybody in the room for perhaps one of the most revealing and creative talks we've had in this room for a very, very long time. Thank you very much.
Oh.